Today I'm not really doing any specific video for Knights and Dragons, but I'm mainly just talking to you guys about an idea that I have that some of you might like, others of you might just want to watch it. But what I was thinking is, because yesterday the reason why I didn't put a video is because I was with one of my friends that plays Knights and Dragons with me, and we were talking about trying to gain, like, because you know how to be in a top 10 guild, like in the guild wars and that, you have to have like 1600 gems or more to even get close. Well, what we were thinking is doing that, but the top guilds, they're level like 75 and that, so when they verse each other, they're versing harder players, so if you're a lower player, you can't get as many points unless you spend even more gems than the stronger players, because say a person with 3 maxed out epics, one of them's a star mentor 1 versus a person with 3 maxed out legendary pluses. The other person's stronger, so if they had the same amount of gems, the person with the maxed out epics would be able to get more points because he can take on stronger players than the person with the legendary has. So that means that the person with the legendaries would then have to spend even more gems to get into the top, whatever it is that your guild is going for. So what me and my friend were thinking is, we're thinking of getting me, him, and a couple of other people from you guys out there, my subscribers and the people that watch my videos, or even if you don't and if you just watched it this one time and you want to join us for this brief thing, we're thinking of getting at a minimum of around 1600 gems, and then on a day or a couple of days before a guild war starts, like probably not a raid boss because they're too hard, starting a completely new guild, a brand new one, so starting from scratch. And that guild, you'd only be able to have like a max of 10 players or something. So it'd be 10 players that have 1600 gems minimum each, and that have at least 2 epics. And what we would do is we would go into the guild wars and we would verse, because our guild is brand new, so it's level 1. So we would verse other level 1 guilds, and most level 1 guilds only have like a couple of people in it, and those people are very weak. Like the guild master might only have at most a legendary as his strongest armor. So we would be able to take on the guild master every time, and as that gives you the most points, you'd get the max you can possibly get. Whereas if you're weaker and you're in the one of the top guilds, like the level 75 ones, and you're trying to attack a guild master, you're more likely to lose unless you're doing a strip war. So we're thinking of doing that and getting the 1600 gems, as I was saying, and just smashing low level guilds and getting tons of points and getting up into top 25 about that. Well, that's what we'd be aiming at, because to do that, like at the moment, let's see what the points are for top 25. 2.5 million. So if we had 10 players and we could get them to each person doing about 200,000 a war minimum, with certain players doing higher, that's give or take, then we're highly likely to get into the top 20 or even top 50, and we just want to see how we can go with that. Like top 50 would not be getting an epic in that, but we'd be hoping to try and get in the top 25. That way you get the epic in that, and that'd also show lower people, like, so show everyone else that low guilds can do it, because you keep saying the same guilds over and over again in the top. Like, it's always like a rainbow party of some kind, like Rainbow Clay, Rainbow Ponies, Royal Avengers has been there for a few times. Like, all the top people are pretty much the same every time. So if we got a new guild in there, it might give other people ideas in that. And I also think it would just be a pretty fun thing to do, because you'd be getting heaps of points and you're only versing low level people, so all the top people are spending heaps and versing really hard players. It really, like, I just find it hilarious that we'd be able to do it and we wouldn't basically lose a single war, so we'd get bonuses every time. So say we could, like, say we did one where we spent like 100 gems or war or whatever, that's an extra 10 gems for 4 energy, so that'd be like you get an extra like about 40 attacks. With this one high commander in my guild, which I joined, which is Cosa Nostra, or how I was talking about trying to join a top guild. Well, this is the one I joined. They usually get top 50, and I've been with them for a couple of weeks now. So that's just an example. So they got 33 wins. If we could get 40, then that's about like, I don't know, between 25 to 30,000 each player. If you then times that by 10, which is the amount of members if each person does it each war, then that's 300,000 a war, plus a bonus of 50% for the win, which is 450,000 a war in points. Now, like, for example, my guild just got 95,000. 450,000 is a big increase on that. So if we could do that, then that'd be pretty good. Like, even if we didn't do as much wars as the top guilds, like they've done 24 wars, like we might not be able to get that money in, but we'd still get a fair few, and if we got that much each time, we'd be in a high chance of getting in the top. So what I was wanting to ask you guys is there any of you guys out there that would be interested in doing this with us? And if you are out there, then please leave a comment in the comments down below saying that you'd be interested, or how many gems you'd have, when you'd be able to get those gems, and if you could, if you're not just buying them, like how you're getting them. Like, you know how I've been showing the apps, like there's the app nana and feature points and those sort of things. Please tell us how you're doing it, and we can like do it as well, because not everyone can spend money on it. Like, I might be able to do, like, if for Christmas and stuff I get iTunes cards, I could do these things for you possibly, but that's not set in cement. So yeah, I'm just putting it out there. If you guys want me to do that, then like leave a like or a comment saying you want me to do that. Also leave one if you're interested in doing it with me, or yeah, and anything with the likes, or if you've got any other ideas, like if you're in a top guild and you're gonna do a push or something and would like to let me in for one war to just see what happens, like experience being in a top 10, so that everyone else knows what it's like, because most people they don't know what happens there, because the most they've ever been is like top 200, so they never actually experience the work and the time it takes to do that. So yeah, just if you guys are interested in anything I've said in this video, then please comment, like, and subscribe if you want more. But really, that's all I've got to say today, apart from just showing off the new guild I'm in, and yeah, the heroic mode armors and some other armors that I've got in between the videos I've done for you guys. But I hope you guys are interested in what I'm saying. But anyway, let's now go on to the guild I'm currently in, which is Cosa Nostra. I believe that's how you say it. They came 5th in the last raid boss, which was the war grade, so they get the really cool armor. And they're part of the Rainbow Alliance. So, like the previous battle, which we just did, where we versed over level 100, they can do strip wars when they verse allies. Over level 100 is an ally. So, what a strip war is, for you that don't know it, is people like the guild masters or something, or someone of a rank, so either high commander, sentinel, champion, or master. They strip, so they only use one armor, so they'll be using one epic armor. Like, for example, the guild master of over level 100, he only put one knight out, and he used the Maelstrom Irons on that. So pretty much most of the players that battle can beat him, and they get bonus points for that. So what the battles turn out to is who has the most gems. As you can see, we also did it. Well, you can't really see that, but I'm telling you now. We also did it, and so that's how they got 53,000 points. And they didn't, we got 95,000, because we had more of us on and more of us that gemmed. And at the moment, my guild, they only gem if they're trying to go to the top 10. Otherwise, they just have minimums set for each thing. Like, at the moment, for commanders, so like me, the minimum for this war was 17,000 points. As you can see, I'm on 28,000, so I've beaten that. So if I wanted to, I could just not do any more wars for the rest of the whole thing, and it would still be all fine. But however, for high commanders, sentinel, champion, or master, the requirements were 25,000 or higher. And as you can see, the guild sentinel has already reached that. This high commander has, so has this one, so has this one. The guild champions reached it, the guild masters reached it, and the other high commanders are either just off or on it as well. As you can see, most of the other people in my guild have already reached the minimum, with some exceptions like the people that are in here who are being covered by others because they're doing like exams and that. But yeah, if you guys want to join the top guild, feel free to try and get into Cosa Nostra, because they're a good group of people and they're really nice. They like cover for each other, like with the people that are doing the tests and that. The other people who are adults, they're covering for them because they know what it was like to be there, and they're not gonna kick you out just because you have to do exams, because Knights and Dragons isn't life. Like, you're not going to be earning your living off Knights and Dragons, so they understand that, and they're willing to make exceptions if you have like things on. But if you're just wanting to come here and just leech off us, like come in when we're doing a push or something and say you have however many gems and do nothing and for the epic armor, you won't be accepted. You'll be kicked. You'll be, because when we join, they'll ask you to send a photo on the lineup of your knights and stuff, so they can see how many gems. So really, it's not worth trying to get in unless you're willing to be active. Because during normal Guild Wars when we're not pushing, all you need to do is be active. Like, I don't need to spend any gems this war, and I still would be able to meet the requirements. But anyway, enough of that. I've got to show you guys a couple of armors I got. I finished crafting the heroic mode one, so I unlocked that, which is the crystal fin mail. I've got that to level 39. I've got my Odin's Call to level 81. And just yesterday, I bought one of the 35 gem chests, the 8x one that's currently out. And I got a legendary mono spirit, the Bone Harvester's Garb, I believe. And I had another legendary, which I fused with it. And I got the Chaos Vanguard, which is a pretty good epic. It's a mono spirit, so yeah, it's not as good as ones with two things, but it's still pretty good because its stats in the end, I believe, are 1800 and something attack and 1900 something defense. My current armor, it has 2000 attack and 1400 defense, so if I get that up, it'll be better than my main dude, basically. So I'm currently trying to do that, but as you can see, I'm also doing the epic boss ones, because I said that I said it to myself that I wasn't gonna try and do the Winter Nightmare thing, going for the plus, because last time I did it, I had to spend like 200 gems, but I'm stronger now, and I'll just show you. I'm up to level 38 already, and I haven't spent any gems whatsoever on this. All I've done is used my friends. Like, for the level 35 and that to defeat it, I had to use all three of my people, plus 2 friends that do like 2,800 and stuff attack each. And so that's all I'm doing to get there. So if I can get the plus versions, then I'll be able to show you guys opening the chest, because I'll get the bonus keys if I do them all. So I'll get like 8 keys or something altogether, and I'll also be able to show you guys the epic that comes with it, the Kester's something, I think it was. The Kirstman's Shroud, which is like a Santa outfit. But anyway, that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please like, subscribe, and comment. But that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.